Do you think all astrophysicists have an ultimate goal in finding an alien species to communicate and connect with?
Well, not all astrophysicists are looking for life. I myself, I'm looking at how the biggest and brightest galaxies in the local universe are evolving and will continue to evolve in the coming, well, million years, of course. But we're all about looking at specific things. Like, Brian, you're a particle physicist. I'm more of an astrophysicist with galaxies. There are star people, there are planet people, there are alien people as well. I would be excited to find life on other planets that isn't the Earth.
It's a fascinating question. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to find that life had existed on Mars, perhaps even still may subsurface, or on some of the moons of Jupiter or Saturn, where we know there's... Yes, but I would be very surprised if it were anything other than single-celled at best. But the question is about aliens, about civilizations. We don't know. We've looked a bit. We have the SETI program. We've heard nothing. Astronomers have a term for it. They call it the Great Silence, which is a... but it is possible. And the biologists I talk to, I'll be fascinated to know what you think about this. The biologists I talk to tend to say, if you look at the history of life on Earth, then it seems clear that for around, let's say, 3 billion years or so after the origin of life, around 3.8 billion years ago, up to less than 1 billion years ago, it was single-celled. And complex multicellular life is a relatively recent development. So on Earth, we had about 4 billion years to go from the origin of life to a civilization. And if that is in any way typical, and we don't know, then the astronomers will tell you that perhaps there aren't so many worlds that have stayed stable enough for long enough for that process to continue. We don't know. We don't know whether it could have been earlier, it could have been... We just don't know.
Brian, but there are some people who think it's a terrible folly to be transmitting out there to possibly advanced civilizations of aliens that we exist.
I think that there's a key point here, and it's a message, again, it links back to what we've talked about at the start of this programme, actually, that it is at least conceivable that worlds like this are very rare, in the sense that there's a very complex ecosystem, a civilization, intelligence. You can make an argument that there could be, on average, one per galaxy at any one time. You can make the argument. And I think that does feed back into what we've talked about all night, that this world, the more you learn about our position in the universe, our position in the Milky Way galaxy and so on, the more you learn about the history of life on Earth, the more you realise that we have a tremendous responsibility not to mess this place up. And I think so the perspective astronomy gives us is very valuable.
It's a strong point, but what would happen if the Great Silence ended? Would there be a global panic? Would the scientists keep it secret?
No, scientists can't keep anything secret. Scientists can't keep anything secret.